Wookiee!
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Craft.
Welcome to Craft, my friends.
So happy that you're here today because today we're watching episode number 3 of the book of Boba Fett.
Otherwise known as The Mandalorian without Baby Yoda.
Now, look, again, the last episode was really good.
Exactly.
Come
I was
on.
about to say,
Yeah.
they really proved themselves with that second episode.
Yeah, they brought it. I mean, look, it was definitely concentrated a lot in the past, but it was good because you got to see a side of Boba Fett that I don't think we've ever seen before. The side of a Tusken Raiders we never seen before. So that was really good. A lot of good world building stuff.
For sure.
Yeah.
You definitely got some Dune vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Big in the
time.
desert,
Big
getting
time.
the desert people rebelling against the powers. I'm not complaining. Just saying.
I'm not mad at it. But what I really want to see in this next episode is all the stuff in the present, right? Because now we have the twins.
Yeah.
Right? We have Black Crescenton, who's that black furred Wookiee that we saw.
Yep.
Right? So I'm curious to see how he plays into things, how the twins play into things, if there's going to be some large scale war. I don't know, a lot of big questions that need to be answered. I hope they can keep the momentum going.
Yeah, I think that for me in this episode, I actually don't really care what they do because that last episode did so much that I'm like, all right, I'm open to whatever direction they're gonna take.
So you wouldn't mind a sort of lesser energy episode here, more of like middle ground episode.
You know what? The first episode, right? That was pretty low key.
Yeah.
But what we learned is they were setting things up slowly but surely, right?
Yeah.
And that second episode, if that didn't happen, if we didn't have that whole sequence with the train and everything,
and the pikes, right?
I don't know if I'd feel the same way, but because I know the investment is worth it, guys, I'm ready.
And Tamora Morrison is doing such a great job as Boba Fett. He just embodies that bounty hunter vibe, but at the same time, you can tell he's somebody that's gone through some stuff, and he's having all these dreams and these visions, and
it definitely doesn't feel like he's overacting to try to make up for the fact that he used to be like a side character and now he's like a main character.
Yeah,
he's just very feel like he's very comfortable in the role that he's in.
Right. He really does embody it. So I think this episode's going to be good. But like,
are you
said,
ready,
Chris,
guys?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. So let's get into it. All right, guys. Episode number 3.
Just sat through that recap, and I am so ready.
So hyped. So hyped.
Ready.
Oh.
We're under the protection of the name that should not be spoken.
You can say Jabba.
Under the protection
You can
of
say Jabba.
Jabba, because you felt threatened.
Well, now I am insulted.
Apologies.
I like the
Master
banter.
I know.
Just get on with it.
One of your vassals seeks an audience with
One
you.
of your
Do they
vassals
have an
seeks an
appointment?
audience.
No,
I love that.
Mr. Shea.
I love that.
That's fine.
Yes.
Well,
Fett.
apologies, sir. No one respects you.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't speak.
No one respects you.
Ever since Lord...
Something tells me there's more to this gang, though. They're probably not just straight up like bad guys.
No.
He said they're youths, right? So maybe they're kids trying to survive.
Yeah.
Boba Fett takes them in.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Your own water.
Look, old man.
Oh, don't do that.
She said, "Oh man."
Don't do that.
She said, "Oh
We know
man."
you-
Damn.
Then you will work for me.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. Who called it? Hey, it's those little. Oh wait, is that the lady? Oh, wait a minute. Is this parallel to when Fennec Shand goes after Mando?
Maybe.
Because he's the one that finds her.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
This is where he leaves for Alderaan to become a Jedi. Oh, he shouldn't have done it.
Uh-oh. What an image. Freaking Boba Fett in a row walking among the rumble.
gosh.
I mean... Oh, that's the symbol, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so dead. He's gonna go Anakin on
Anakin
them.
moment right now. Wow. Come on now. Look at that.
That's beautiful. It's beautiful right there.
Wow. Okay.
Wookie.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Brass, electric knuckles. Oh shoot, you're dead now. Then.
Oh, it's one of the kids. Oh, it's all the kids.
It's the gang. Yo, get him.
He got stabbed like 3 times and he's still going.
Yo, make him the new Rancor. Just keep him down there.
Oh, it's gonna be. Got him.
Oh, what'd I say?
You're right.
Crispa Oba.
Good luck.
What the? What?
Whoa!
You see what's going on that thing?
Is that a Rancor?
We got a Rancor!
What
people.
the heck?
What? They just got one lying around.
Yeah,
like
we got Rancor for you.
What baka tu ata? No oto lucha.
I love how these so much.
Release him.
Oh,
What? No, no!
just like that.
He's a Black Wookiee. Big cool. He's like, really?
Alright, okay.
Alright, I'm cool. You cool? I'm cool. We cool.
He's
He's like,
Starts
I'm out. Yo, new Rancor. Come on. Come
Good
on.
idea.
Beasts can feel such things. Rancor are emotionally complex creatures. Said that the witches of Dathomir even rode them through the forest and fens.
Yo! Witches of Dathomir!
I want
Clone
to
Wars
learn to ride
reference.
this one. Don't worry. He'll be back.
oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of cute.
Yeah,
It's kind of cute.
cute. Wow, I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
What a weird sentence.
It's like the Power Rangers, right? Their bikes.
Yo. They didn't really have to make them look like that. Those don't really look like Star Wars at all.
They look vintage, like from the 1960s, 1950s.
Yeah. Yo, imagine if they all combined to make a mega. Right?
If only. If only. Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
Boys.
Keep an eye on them. Sorry, it's an expression.
Oh, keep it All right, guys, that was episode number 3 of the book of Boba Fett. You know,
Let me just say one thing.
Okay.
Why is the Rancor adorable?
yeah.
Like, I didn't
Yeah.
expect to come out of this
I
episode.
think objectively we can agree that Rancor was adorable, which is
Because in Return of the Jedi, I was like, yeah, get the Rancor,
Yeah,
kill it.
yeah.
Now I'm just like, huh.
yeah,
Kind of feel bad about that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, just like a loving creature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, the thing is, though, this Rancor is sort of it kind of is a sign of bigger things. And what I mean by that is, I feel like what Star Wars loves to do is it loves to loves to give everybody a redemption arc, right? Whether it's Vader, right? Ben Solo, right? Now Boba Fett, and now even the Rancor, or the Tusken Raiders, right?
Yeah.
They all get this sort of redemption, sort of, oh, they're actually good in real life arc.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is that I don't think I'm crazy about it, because if you give everybody that, if that's always the direction that all these even darker characters are going to take, right, then it makes a universe feel not genuine. Because in the real world, right, there is evil. Right? There are bad spots, right? There are good people, and then there's some bad spots, right? And if you're taking all these characters who start out as evil or like, ruthless, and you start just kind of redeeming all of them, then it sort of dilutes the entire redemption experience.
I mean, you know what that's called, right? That's called the Disney glorification
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
But it's actually ironic because in some sense, if you look at Disney movies, a lot of them have pretty solid villains. At least some of them do. I wouldn't say the Avengers movies really had any really good villains except for Shang-Chi.
Right.
Great villain. In my mind, like, this is kind of the Disney seeping in now. We kind of like, because you don't want to step on too many toes. You want to get too dark. We got to appeal to everybody. People want to come to the parks and identify with the characters.
No. And I actually have a big issue with this because when this series started, just like when The Mandalorian started, right? You have these bounty hunters who, you know, they're not evil per se, but their moral compass isn't quite like other people's moral compass, right? They're willing to do whatever it takes to get money or whatever it is, right? Yeah. With Boba Fett, the mythos around him is that he is this kind of ruthless guy.
Bounty hunter, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we are, as the audience, are expected to go on this spiritual journey with him, which, you know,
it's interesting.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
But now he's sort of like foster father to these, you know, youths.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
why'd you have to bring in the youths?
The youth,
you know?
with their Power Ranger bikes.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? Why do you need that for every character?
You know what I would do? Here's what I would potentially do to kind of offset this.
Yeah.
It would have been Boba Fett, Fennec Shin, and maybe one more person that's like really evil or like really more ruthless than the other two to kind of give a little bit of a balance. But Boba Fett and Fennec Shin are kind of on the same page. They're like, okay, we're not really going to do bad stuff. We're just going to do good stuff. It's like, you're a crime family.
Look, I'll be honest with you.
Do some crime.
They're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Right? They're just, I mean, it doesn't look like they have some pressing goal. They're just kind of there. Because, like, Fennec Shane just sitting there, she's eating, and like, oh, enjoy it. And I'm like, okay, but where is this going? And I love the last episode because, okay, it's a deeper dive into the Tusken Raiders, and that's great. But ultimately, the burning question isn't there, right? Where is this going? What's the purpose? What is Boba Fett's goal?
I mean, I think, obviously, what they're trying to do is they're setting up the Pikes, kind of coming and taking over. Yeah. Boba Fett, what he's probably going to do, he's going to be like, oh, we're going to unite the people and unite the Tusken Raiders and blah, 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 take out the Pikes, rule, whatever, Tatooine. I think that's but I think the problem is, on one hand, we know all this is going to happen, but on the other hand, there's really no mystery.
Yeah.
Like I guess it's a weird complaint to have where it's like, okay, obviously, you know, you want to know that the main conflict. The Pikes are the main conflict, but you kind of want some other layer right underneath.
Look, can I be honest with you? I think the Pikes as the main antagonist is not a good idea.
Yeah,
because
we need Darth Maul or somebody like that.
Most people don't know who the Pikes are, right? And I guess in order to sort of solidify how evil they are, even though it was the biker gang that killed all the Tusken Raiders, I'm
not
like,
really convinced.
Why are we going after the Pikes now, right? Because you know, you just alluded to the fact that the Tusken Raiders all died because of this biker gang that I guess was working with the Pikes. And the thing is, it's like, yes, the Tusken Raiders, seeing them, you know, get killed, was that sad, I suppose. But it's happening so quickly. See, what I would have preferred is, okay, the Tusken Raiders and Boba Fett do some more stuff, right? They do a little bit more, and then maybe they get killed later on in an episode or two later, because then you spend a little more time with them, right? Now it's like, okay, they're dead, time to move on. Even the scene with Chrysanthemum, right? He attacks, gets captured, lets him go. Like, it happened so quick.
I think I remember there's a part where the Hutts are, the twins are talking, and they're like, yeah, there's like another syndicate, and I was like, oh. Who's that? I was hoping it wasn't the Pikes. Because I'm like, we know the Pikes.
Yeah.
Right? And we're just like, okay, Boba Fett just defeated the Pikes with a bunch of Tusken Raiders in the desert. Like, why are they a threat?
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be somebody else. Maybe like, you know, Kira from like Han Solo. You know, somebody like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, it's the Pikes. It's like, all right.
Well, okay, it's possible that somebody's controlling the Pikes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what does anybody have against Boba Fett aside from the fact that he's just killed people, right? Like, he doesn't really have a larger role in the Star Wars universe, which is fine.
Yeah.
Right? But I think for us, we're so used to there being 4 or 5 layers where it might just be, okay, Boba Fett's just going to be here fighting against the Pikes and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think on the one hand, right, the pacing is odd because on the one hand, it's like they're going slow. They're going slow in the wrong places and they're going fast in the wrong places, right? Because like I said before, they spent so much time in the past, right, that the present circumstances don't matter that much. Because like, okay, now all of a sudden you have all these kids, right, who like, oh, protected Boba Fett. They protected the great Boba Fett?
Yeah.
Really?
The thing is,
Really?
I think the problem right now is, again, there's a lot of parts of the episode I enjoyed, right? I enjoyed the Rancor part.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's like a little fan kind of thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed even the fight with the Wookiee. I think that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the politics. Like, I'm like, okay, that to me is interesting, but you kind of have to add some sort of like bigger sort of presence, bad guy behind it. Like, it doesn't really mean much if it's just like, okay, it's the Pikes. We know it's the Pikes.
Or just a motivation beyond crime, right? Like, right now the motivation is just crime for the sake of crime, right?
Or just control over Tatooine.
I mean, look, okay.
Yeah.
But if you're going to take the time to set up Boba Fett going on this journey, this like spiritual journey, then you kind of have to tie in what he's doing in the present to that. Yeah. Right? Like, they keep showing it for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? And right now the answers aren't there. And maybe they'll, set it up later, but think about for the average viewer, right? Yeah, you get some entertaining scenes with like the bike chase. Okay. Nothing we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to be overcritical here, but maybe I've already come off that way, but for me, when I think about this series, right? The greatest draw for me was seeing Boba Fett do his thing, right? Like the great Boba Fett, this ruthless bounty hunter, do his thing, right? Obviously, this show has shifted to a more, relatable Boba Fett, right? Who's just he has like a family now.
I mean, I'd say this, right? Hold up. Here's what I'd say. What's most likely going to happen is this episode was a little slower. Next episode, if we're going with the same pattern, something really cool is going to happen that you and I are really going to like. Yeah. Just like in the second episode, So I think, like, I'm willing to be patient with this because I do see a lot of potential here. But, like I would say the pacing is really, really weird. So, okay, let's take all that together, right? And let's say let me say my score first, right? I think overall it had some enjoyable moments, but the whole episode didn't seem like there was much of a point to it. You know what I mean? It just kind of introduced the Pikes who we already knew were there, right? That was like the ultimate goal. And he got some youths on his team, right? So to me, I'd probably give it honestly like a 7 out of 10. How about you?
Yeah. Well, the pros of this episode were, the baby, Rancor, great. The scene with Chrysanthemum, which was pretty cool, though it was pretty short-lived.
Yep.
One thing I didn't like about that scene was the fact that Boba Fett got his butt kicked again, right? Like, we're seeing that consistently. He's getting his butt kicked over and over. I'm like, is this Boba Fett? Like, is this the guy that we know? Like, granted, I mean, he got defeated by Han and Luke, fine, but I think I expected more. But in general, that was kind of a cool surprise. But that is kind of it for my pros. In terms of cons, the pacing, right? The things I feel like I should care about, I don't care about. And the things that I really want are not there, right? I want to see a powerful Boba Fett. I want to see a smart Boba Fett. I want to see a 5 moves ahead of everybody else Boba Fett. That's what I want to see, right? I want to see a little bit more ruthlessness, right? I want to see characters that I actually care about, not that I'm forced to care about because, they're youths or they're, right? And that only comes with time.
Youths.
That only comes with time. So in general, there were, like you said, Chris, there were some good moments, but it didn't quite do it for me.
Okay.
So I'm going to give this maybe a 6 out of 10.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, we love spending time with you, enjoying these amazing shows. This one, maybe not so much, but we'll see. We always like to give shows a chance.
And it's possible you guys like this episode.
Maybe you did.
Let us know in the comments down below.
For nothing else, at least the Rancor. Come on. We can all agree. We can all come together. That Rancor is adorable. Yes. Let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think? Honestly, let us know honestly if we're being too harsh or maybe we missed stuff.
Yeah, we can take it. We can take it.
And we love reading your comments because you always give us different perspectives and stuff. And again, if you're feeling generous today, consider leaving us a like, maybe subscribing to the channel. If you've been here for a while and you haven't pushed the button yet, maybe consider doing so. We would really appreciate it. And as always, guys, we'll talk to you and see you later.
See you on the next one.
Bye.